Keep my eye on the waiting room here too. All right. Thanks so much for hopping in here tonight, guys. I know everybody is so busy on a night in the summer. Melinda and I are here tonight to share some of our favorite things with you and share a little bit about a company that we partnered with in the health and wellness space that has changed both of our lives. So, if you don't know who I am, my name is Becky Smith. I live in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I've got three kids, I've got three jobs, I'm really busy. And I came across this company called Trinont 3 years ago. I was actually in my integrative medicine doctor's office. I struggle with three autoimmune diseases. I've got Hashimoto's, which affects my thyroid. I've got discoid lupus that affects my skin. And I also have seronegative rheumatoid arthritis that affects my joints. And that particular day, I was talking to my doctor about joint pain, itchy, rashy skin, and hair loss. And she asked me if I was using a collagen. And I said, I've got that blue tub from Costco. And if you've ever checked out at Costco, you've seen this big pile of these blue jugs of collagen. And I said, I have it and I really am not good at using it because you have to mix it like in your coffee or with water. It doesn't mix well. It doesn't taste great. I didn't have any results from it essentially. So she said, no, no, no. She goes, I want you to try this liquid collagen. You just take one little shot glass of it a day. Keep it by your toothbrush so you don't forget. Just keep it in the bathroom. And you'll probably get some really good results from this. It's like WD-40 for your joints, your hair. It's like food for your hair. I'm like, well, that sounds amazing. She happened to have this collagen in her office. So I started using it. I had some results. I'm going to show you the before and after here in a little bit. But my friend Carissa reached out to me 2 months later and she goes, Becky, I've partnered with this company in the health and wellness space, and I think you should take a look at it. I said, no, I'm not looking at anything. I don't have time. No way. And she goes, well, I'm going to send it to you anyways because you like all of the health and wellness stuff. So she sends it to me, and I just about fell off my chair and died when I saw it was the same exact company that my collagen bottle had listed. So at this point, I'm all in. I'm like, tell me, like, give me all the information. So once I started to dig, I found that this was a company that was really into natural health. Things were plant-based, CGMP certified, third-party tested for heavy metals, lead, mold, and toxins. And as somebody with a really sensitive autoimmune body that was overweight and inflamed, I'm like, this looks really interesting. And I had known that I already loved the collagen, so I thought, well, you know what? I'm just gonna dive in and I'm gonna see if some of my friends want this collagen. So that's where it started. And here I am 3 years later, as a Sapphire leader here with this company, and I just couldn't be more excited about it. So I'm gonna share just a little bit more with you guys about who we are and what the products are that got me and Melinda so incredibly excited. So this is a company that's been around since 2013. We have a huge mission to positively impact 1 billion lives in our first 30 years through health, wealth, and community. We are completely debt-free. We have an award-winning track record. I'm going to show you an award that we got for our daily health system here in a little while. But we are also an Inc. 500 company, which is really big. We have success made simple for busy people. So like I said, I got three jobs, three kids. My kids were in sports when I started all of this. Crazy time, right? Everything I do is from my phone. I can help people through my phone. I can help them with their weight loss goals. I can help them if they have some hair loss and things like that. If they want some skin firming and whatnot, I can help them with that all through tools that we have on our phone that is provided to us. We also have things that everybody wants and needs. We address health at the source. Sometimes a lot of issues people are having is because of a nutrient deficiency. If we can provide their body what it needs, it will make them work better and they're going to feel better. What we have is award-winning, clean, safe, scientifically backed. And if I didn't mention my background's in biochemistry, I am a science like geek. Melinda and I just talked about that. She's laughing. It's thoroughly tested and manufactured in a GMP certified facility, which is the highest rating you can get from the FDA for a supplement. Supplements are not FDA certified or anything like that, but our facilities where they're manufactured are. We have solutions for core health, weight management, women's health, perimenopause, menopause, that whole mess that we're dealing with. An active lifestyle, people that work out a lot, people that are running marathons, lifting weights. We also have beauty and vitality. The collagen is amazing. Energy and cognition. As somebody who's a mom with 3 jobs, I'm running around like crazy. Mental clarity is huge for me. So I found some things that really help me with that as well. All right, so let's talk about this first one that got me here, right? This is a type 1 bovine liquid collagen. So, this is the collagen that's most similar to your own body. It's like the scaffolding that holds your body together, the connective tissues that you find within your body, and the things that cause wrinkles as we get older. After your 20s, your collagen levels start to take a dive bomb and skin starts to sag, right? If you are on a GLP-1 or you're losing weight, you want to make sure that you're on a good collagen so your skin firms as you're losing. That's important. We have a lot of what's called hyaluronic acid in our collagen. This is what your joints consist of. So in your joints, you've got liquid in there. It's called synovial fluid. All of that hyaluronic acid, as we get older, we get more creaking and cracking. Your ankles might creak and crack as you're walking to the bathroom in the middle of the night. When you add more hydration back to your joints through hyaluronic acid, you get more of that fluid movement. And that's where the like WD-40 comes from. You just start moving better. If you've got back pain, hip pain, knee pain, it really does help those joints. Okay. We also have more biotin than any other collagen, which is where the hair growth comes from. And this is a picture of me up on the top right. This is the beginning. You can see I had a bald spot up here. And over the span of, there's probably 6 months between these pictures, but my hair really filled in and it made a big difference. Of course, it's supplementation for your body. You're not going to, drink a bottle of collagen and 2 weeks later, have a full head of hair. So it does take a little while, but I want to say within 2 months for sure, I started noticing all these little extra hairs that were growing out of my head. It's great for your hair, skin, and nails. And again, it supports that joint health. So that's really exciting. All right, this next one is I didn't know this existed when I joined, but I've drank it every day. I think I'm on day 1022 of drinking this coffee. It's called Mojo. Mojo is an energizing nootropic focus blend coffee. So who's struggling with energy, cravings, eating food you shouldn't be eating, kind of feeling down in the dumps? This is a coffee that has a little bit of caffeine, gives you lasting energy about 7 hours without being jittery. It increases dopamine and serotonin in your brain. So you're like really happy and in a good mood. You're less stressed. My husband said, like, man, I felt like I didn't want to throat punch anybody today at work. I'm like, well, that's great, honey. So he took his Mojo with him to work. He likes the chocolate one that tastes like hot chocolate. I like the coffee one. And Melinda likes the chocolate one too. It kind of tastes like a hot cocoa. Um, I just made the best. Oh, I don't know if you saw this, Melinda, but I took frozen bananas, a nuri, vanilla nuri, and a chocolate mojo and put it all in the blender. Oh, was that good? Anyways, so that is another way that I used the chocolate mojo. If you don't like hot drinks, if you don't like coffee and you don't like hot chocolate, we have something called Zest, which is a lemonade. We've got roasted peach and strawberry watermelon, and those do the same thing as Mojo, but it's a lemonade for like hot days, really popular in the summer. So that's another good one. All right, this next one, I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Okay, how many people have diarrhea, constipation, gas, bloat, irritable bowels? Probably half the people you know, maybe even it's you. Okay. So I'm going to do a demonstration here, which is why I took the slides away for a second and show you something that is going to blow your mind. Okay. So we've got this snack pack pudding here. Okay. Just the cruddy chocolate pudding. And I'm going to add to this one of our digestive enzymes with probiotic and prebiotic. It's called Enrich. Okay. So here it is. It's super thick, right? I'm going to tip it upside down so you can see how thick this is. I'm going to take one of these Enrich capsules and I'm going to tell you what's in it while I'm stirring this. But this is a veggie capsule. I'm just going to break this open. Normally you would take it with water. My niece Autumn sometimes has tummy troubles, and my sister-in-law Kelly will break it open and put it on her cereal. It tastes like a crushed up Cheerio if you were to just put it in your mouth. It's not gross or anything by any means. Okay. But we're going to just mix this in. I added it. Okay. So I'm going to stir this. There's 11 strains of digestive enzymes in here. It breaks down proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. People that don't have a gallbladder, if they eat something fatty, they have to run to the bathroom right away. This helps break that down and avoid that from happening. So this is a game changer for gallbladderless people. If beans make you gassy, no more. You can be able to eat beans and no gas from that if you like meta barbecue or Southwest food. It also has gluten digesting enzymes. So usually if I eat too much bread, I feel a little bloated. This helps with that. It's not for celiacs, but if just gluten, it helps break it down better. It has lactase to break down dairy. So if ice cream or milk usually give you a tummy ache or tummy troubles, this will help with that as well. It has 4 strains of probiotics. The type of probiotic you have in your belly matters, keeps you lean and healthy, helps you absorb your nutrients better. And then to keep those probiotics, which is the bacteria, alive, we add a prebiotic. It's like a little fish food to keep that bacteria alive. Because if you start eating processed food and you have a good probiotic, you're just going to kill that probiotic. So you need to add the prebiotics to keep them alive and flourishing. So everything is all inclusive. So if you look at what happened here, okay, you can see it totally liquefied this pudding in like less than a minute. And the biggest question that I get from people is this what's going to come out the other end? And the answer is no. This is going to be in your stomach and gently enter your intestines so you can absorb your nutrients better without gas and bloat versus having big chunks of food festering and causing all of those problems. Okay. People that have irritable bowels, I've heard people with Crohn's disease feel really good with this too. We don't cure, heal, or treat anything, but we certainly do support some of the symptoms that you may have by allowing your food to digest a lot better. My husband has GERD, gastroesophageal reflux, and he takes this with his meal. And when he lays in bed at night, he doesn't have to take the proton pump inhibitors anymore, the Prilosec, which is not good for you because it can inhibit B12 and iron absorption and cause all these other problems. Now, if he uses this with his dinner, he goes to bed and doesn't have the gurgling and whatnot that causes heartburn. So this has been a huge game changer. This is Enrich. I always get asked at the end, what's that pudding one called again? Enrich. Okay. Good stuff, let me tell you. All right, so moving on. I'm going to bring my slides back here for a second so I can show you this next one. 1 second. Am I still sharing? Ah, I use Microsoft Teams for work, so sometimes it's like going back and forth is a challenge. All right, here we go. We got her. We got her. There we go. Okay, so our next one is called the Daily Health System. The first piece of this was released in October of 2023, right after I joined with that collagen experience. And this was called Transform. Transform sold 1.5 million bottles in 90 minutes. That's this bottle that's on the left. This is a bottle of capsules that when you take this in your stomach, it's got enzymes in it. Okay. These enzymes take your food that you've digested, okay? Sugars, think of like a plate of pasta, your bread, your ice cream, okay? The sugar. It takes those sugar molecules called glucose, it links them together into an alpha glucan fiber that can't be absorbed through your intestines. So you're going to get less of the sugar, less of the calories. We know sugar causes inflammation. We know there's many diseases linked to excess sugar. We know there's calories linked to sugar, right? So that was huge. I got a continuous glucose monitor because I thought there's no freaking way. Like, there's no way that this is going to work. So I called my doctor. I asked for a continuous glucose monitor. I wore it every day for 2 weeks. My blood sugars were more stable on the days that I used Transform, and the days that I didn't, I had peaks and crashes. You could see my glucose levels being more stable. I had better energy. I didn't have that afternoon crash. And of course, while it won't like take a ton of weight off super fast, it will help support your weight loss goals because you're getting less sugar in your body. About 50 to 90% less sugar gets absorbed. Okay. That's the first part. The second piece of this was released in March of 24. So that's this canister here. This is the very first plant-based beverage competitor to the weight loss injectables on the market. I think everybody knows what GLPs are. The shots that the Kardashians are using, Oprah, everybody's using these shots, right? This is a drink that you drink, and this causes your body, it's all plant-based, to increase your body's own GLP-1 naturally. Okay, so when you eat a big meal and you stretch out your stomach, your body releases GLP-1 to tell your brain to stop eating. Okay, drinking this gives your brain, don't eat so much, girl, put the fork down message before you even start eating, so you eat less. Okay, it also activates an enzyme called AMPK. This helps you burn more fat around your belly, and it increases nitrous oxide to dilate your blood vessels and lower your blood pressure. So this covers all five key indicators of metabolic health, which is glucose, blood pressure, lipid panel. It's going to help with your lipid panel, which is your cholesterol and things like that. It's going to help with your waist circumference, and your blood pressure. If I didn't mention that, I think I did. Your glucose. I think I got them all. I've got all of your pictures covering the bottom pictures here. So this has been a huge piece for me. Now, I just covered what is in there from the top of my head, but this is me down in the bottom right. I was about 210 pounds. I think I lost I was more than that at one point because it took me a long time to have the guts to take my own picture. But I was probably lost 10 or 15 pounds prior to starting the daily health system. So this was a little bit before that. But this is me on the right. This is 137. Today I'm 118 pounds. So I'm actually almost 19 pounds less than the picture on the right at this point. So this has been very successful for me and a lot of people that I know because it helps me make better decisions. It makes me crave healthier foods. It makes me put my fork down earlier. So this has been a game changer for me throughout my weight loss process. I make sure I get 100 grams of protein a day and I use my daily health system and it keeps me in line. And now that I'm at my goal weight, if I'm going to go to a party, I drink my Activate on the way and I take some Transform so that if I do eat a cupcake, I'm converting some of that. I don't use it all the time. I'm not using the daily health system every single day. I use it as a tool to stay at the weight that I'm at. So one daily health system will last me like 3 months now, where I was using one a month at the beginning. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm battling allergies and a cold at the same time. All right. Next up, in October of 2025, this was just last October. Chad and I is my husband. We were in Vegas at a Trinont convention and they unleashed Trinont travel. And did you know, we're like, why travel? Like, but this is really cool. People who travel are actually healthier. They have less heart issues and are just generally healthier all around. Like there's been studies done on it. So when they released Trinont travel, I was excited for a number of reasons. For one, we get to save up to 65% on hotels, resorts, condos, and cruises. Okay, so we had kids in sports, like things like that. We were saving money on that. But also, after having Trinont travel for a full calendar year, you get a certificate for a free vacation. There is a vacation on the bottom right here, Aruba. This is an all-inclusive in Aruba that will be completely free after having Trinont travel for a year. As an associate of Trinont, it's $65 a month, which is $780 for the year. But I will get a vacation worth over $4,000 for my husband and I. My husband also has Trinont travel, so we can take the kids. It's going to be fantastic. So definitely something to take a look at as you're looking at Trinont. And if you have more questions on that, let me know. The best part, the tax write-offs. Now you can write your travel off on your taxes as part of being a Trinont associate, which is exciting. All right. Next up, I'm going to talk about the GLP-1 opportunity for a second, and there's a reason why. GLP-1s are your weight loss injectables that people have been taking. You know people on these, right? Like everybody and their brother is taking a GLP-1 right now. Today, it's a $13 billion market. It's projected to not just be 50 billion, but actually 200 billion by the year 2030. Wrap your head around that number. So at Trinont, we are entering in the peptide space. In the next 5 years, okay, 85% of people will be utilizing peptides. That includes the weight loss injectables There's anti-inflammatory, anti-aging. There's some that make you tan. There's some that are for sexual health. There's all sorts of peptides out there, some injectable and some oral, like as a capsule. This is a huge, rapidly expanding market, and we are jumping into this market as a company on July 1st. So if you're kind of looking for something to do on the side and you're like, I could use a couple extra dollars, this is huge. It's kind of like back in the 80s when people were buying stock in Apple and Apple phones. You're like, what the heck is that? Everybody ignored it. Had you bought stock back in Apple when it first started, how much money would you have? Think of it like that. You get in the peptide market early now, where this is going to be in the next 5 years. You're going to be glad you got in early because you're going to have all of that business grow after that. So just putting the plant in that in your mind here for a second. So some of you might be saying, what the heck is a peptide? What are you talking about? So I'm going to kind of compare for you a little bit. So we know what a supplement is. This is your vitamins, your minerals, your herbs, magnesium, vitamin D, multivitamin, right? You're supplementing your body with something. Then there's pharmaceuticals. These are designed to treat or manage a disease like an antibiotic or a statin, something like that. Peptides are chains of amino acids put together. So we have these little amino acids that we have. You've probably heard of people, taking amino acids. They combine together in a string of pearls and they become a peptide. So your body has these all the time. Your body actually has GLP-1, which is what makes you stop eating when you're full. Your body has many different peptides that cause your body to do certain things. But as you get older, you don't have as many. So your body just doesn't work as well. You start aging, stuff like that. So adding some of these peptides back help your body work better. We've all seen how a GLP-1 works. People are losing weight like crazy because they're so full all the time. So these peptides are very powerful. They come in both oral and injectable, but that's how they're different from a supplement or a pharmaceutical. A lot of them nowadays are injectable, but more and more are becoming pill form as well. So that's big. So if you're looking at some of the products that we mentioned, the travel or the peptides, there's two ways to look at this. You could order as a customer if you're interested. Fantastic. You can go to the person that invited you here today and they'll send you a link and you can order the things that interest you. But I want to mention ordering as an associate as well. I think sometimes people think that they're going to have to sell a lot of things and you don't. So Ternat has taken everything and flipped it on its head. As an associate, you get a discounted bundle of products. You get wholesale pricing every time you order. You don't have to buy or sell a certain amount of anything, and you can write everything off on your taxes. Okay. So that is a huge benefit to ordering as an associate, better price, etc. Okay. So you could order as a customer, or if you order as associate, you get a better deal, tax write-offs, those types of things. So I just wanted to mention that. As the associate getting the discounted bundle, you also get a referral link where if your friend Sally Sue wanted to order a daily health system because she sees you looking amazing, rather than sending your friend back to somebody like me, you would have a link and then you could get the money for that commission. So there's no pressure to have to do it, but if you want to, it can become quite lucrative. So of course you would earn a commission if they ordered as a customer, but you'd also earn if they were to decide to enroll. We have a very lucrative compensation plan here. You can see the monthly bonuses across the top. I'm a Sapphire. My husband is a Ruby. Our combined income is about $6,000 a month, all from using my phone. And this is the company that helped me lose the 80 pounds. So I get to help other people do the same. So through that process and sharing with what it is that I've done and what we have here over the 3 years, that has built over time to a team of about 600 people. And it just naturally grows. You'll notice there's a line here that says Jeep bonus. I'm going to talk about that here in just a second. But as we go down the line, you can see we have many people here in this company that are earning diamond and above ranks, $17,000 a month, $100,000 a month. People that I know personally in that category. So very exciting. Right now, if you were to have two people join your team and have 1,300 total group volume, you actually get a $1,550 check. So that is really exciting. And just to tell you how real this is, we have Corinne on here tonight. She earned this bonus. Yep. So super exciting, super doable. Um, and we're here to help you do it. Okay, so this crazy Jeep bonus that's on there. Most companies, okay, you have to be at the very top to get the pink Cadillac. You guys know what company I'm talking about, right? Here at the very first rank, and I was just talking to Corinne tonight about her Jeep that she's looking at, you get a Jeep bonus. So here's me with my Jeep Grand Cherokee. They give me $500 a month, and my lease is $510 a month. Okay. My son Justin down here, he's got a white Jeep Gladiator. He gets $500 a month for that because he's an associate as well. My mom up here is so cute. Isn't she the cutest thing? She is also on my team. She is a Pearl. She also gets the Jeep. My friend Rhonda, she's on here too. She enrolled last summer. She has a Jeep as well. But Trinant wants people to be free from a car payment. And it's like 75% of Americans are crippled by their car payments. This has been a huge blessing for our family to not have these car payments to get these brand new cars like this. So definitely something to consider. There's a lot of people out there looking. And I mentioned my family being part of this. I just wanted to show you what my team looks like real quick. So I'm at the top here. My husband, Chad, he doesn't do anything with the business. He just has a spot on my team. Then my daughter, Emma, has a spot in the middle, and my sister-in-law, Kelly, has another spot. She kind of took off with it. But you can see here, I enrolled Chad, Emma, and Kelly. Chad, I helped him enroll the green circles. The green circles enrolled the blue diamonds. The blue diamonds enrolled the suns. This is my son Justin down here. He came in a little later. He was really bummed because you can't enroll till you're 18. So all of the volume from all of these people all flows up to the top, and that's how you get the monthly bonus. And it just grows on its own. So it is such a blessing for people nowadays with this economy for sure. So this is my upline Sonara. She's my friend Sonara. And if you decide to jump into Trinant, you're gonna know Sonara real fast. She lives in Milwaukee. She is a red diamond. Um, this is her spot, her husband Patrick, and her sons Dylan and Daniel. Sonara is a red diamond, Patrick is a diamond, Dylan's a diamond, and Daniel is an emerald elite. Combined, they make $105,000 per month. Dylan and Daniel just graduated from UW-Madison in Wisconsin. I want to say Dylan is 24 and Daniel's about 22. So it is really neat. They also have a daughter, Cecilia, and she is a Sapphire Pro. She's a nursing student at Xavier, and she makes 6,000 a month. So it's just really neat how you can grow a business for your family and create that legacy income for sure. So if you're like, Becky, I don't know what to do. I'm not a salesperson. Well, neither am I. I went to school to look underneath a microscope. Like I tried to stay away from people. I didn't want to be in front of patients. Like I am literally a scientist. Like, let me look under the microscope. So we have everything here that anybody could need. We've got 90 days of social media content that we give you that you can put out on the internet and put wherever you want, whatever social media platform. We have leaders here that help you and guide you along your way as well with wherever it is you want to be, whether it just be coming in to want the discount, whether it to just be have a customer or two, or whether it be to grow to the diamond level. We're totally here for you. So you heard me mention those product bundles earlier where you get a better price if there's like two or three things that really caught your interest. Sometimes getting an enrollment bundle is actually a lot cheaper. Like, and you get the referral link without any pressure. So it's definitely something to look at. Our first two bundles here, this one, the Enrich, is the pudding demo one plus the daily house system. The other starter pack is the daily health system and the world's only fat burning greens. So these are greens that have spirulina, chlorella, have all those antioxidants. Who wants to eat 4 cups of broccoli a day? I'd rather drink a scoop of greens. And they also burn fat only once. So that's the two starter bundle options. There's a builder bundle that has a little bit more in it. It's got some of our collagen. It's got for her for perimenopause. And then the one that Melinda and I came in on is the Elite Builder Bundle. And this has just about everything in it is discounted 25%. It's got no enrollment fee. The enrollment fee on these is $39. It's built into the price, but this one doesn't have one. And it also includes a convention ticket. So this big kahuna here, if you were even considering looking at the business to make some money, has 500 group volume. And remember that $1,550, that's 1,300. This would give you 500 towards that. Okay. So this is definitely a fan favorite. All right, so I'm going to stop this here and see if there's any questions from anybody. I don't expect people to come off, put yourself on camera or anything like that. There is a chat. If you have questions, you can certainly type them there, or feel free to take yourself off mute if you want. Or you can always bring questions back to the person that invited you to watch this too. And if they don't know the answer, they can talk to me and I'll get the answer too. Any questions? I know sometimes you lay in bed later and you're like, oh yeah, now I got a question. Sometimes there's questions, sometimes there's not. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording because sometimes, okay, I'm going to answer that question here. I'm just going to stop the recording real quick.